Hey, welcome back to Tapping Into You with Tapngrl. I'm your host, Colette, aka Tapngrl. We're going to be talking tapping and fun stuff today. Our topic today is going to be about money and clearing blocks again. First thing I want to do, though, I want to thank my sponsors, Logan Street Signs and Banners, Noblesville Trophies. It is through the generosity of Jim Wofford that we're able to come here, do this, share the tapping with you, and change the world, okay? Because how you feel matters, all right? Now, next thing I want to do is, normally you would see Melissa with me. Melissa has the flu. Everybody sent her lots of good stuff. Yeah, there's a bug going around.
Yeah.
I don't do bugs, just so you know.
Me either.
Okay? If I start getting something, I'd start tapping, and the next morning I'm great. I want to introduce you to my friend, Nancy. I met Nancy just in the last month or so.
Yeah,
I mean, it's been recent.
Yeah, very recent. Yeah.
Yes. And actually through a friend of ours, Sharon, who runs a foundation, Sharon's Web Autism Foundation. If that's something you'd like to give to, just put in a little plug for her. She does stuff on eBay, and then what you can do is you can choose her as the charitable organization. Money goes there, and then it helps people in the autistic community. She's an amazing person.
Yes, she is.
She has
She's
3 children
amazing.
with Asperger's autism. I mean, that's whoa.
Incredible.
Talk about a walking angel
Yeah.
on earth. I hope you got to see this, Sharon. Also, her daughter, Adriana's been coming and doing some tapping with me. It's been amazing. So what I'd like to do is I'm going to have Nancy tell you her whole name, tell you a little bit about what she does, okay, while I go share this on Facebook and all those kinds of things. So there you go.
Okay, I'm Nancy Carrico. I live in the Indianapolis area. I've done faux finishing in and around Indianapolis for about 23 years. I love my profession. It's great. It's a great opportunity to meet people, and I've met some amazing people. However, in what I do, it becomes very taxing on your body, which is what led me to search for natural things to help me to recover from what I do, the exposure to solvents and things like that. So I have now become a part of a company called Zalise, and they sell the most amazing CBD oil. It has helped me tremendously. It's Ultracell, and the things this does to help repair your body is just amazing. And they have a wide range of products. So we have a topical and also one that you take, and then there are other things for mental clarity, inflammation, and also sleep. So
yeah, and
great
everybody
product.
who comes on here with me gets to plug what they do for a minute. This is always stuff that you can use in conjunction with the tapping.
Absolutely.
Tapping is amazing. I mean, you all know I'm a huge fan of the tapping and what it does. Some folks, you know, sometimes, and I've said this for years, if you're on anybody about antidepressants or any kind of pharmaceutical they're taking, you need to get out of their business first. Secondly, what I want to tell anybody who's doing that, okay, because I'm sure you're on a journey like you were of figuring out why am I getting this, what's going on with my body and those things. I will say this, and I've always said this. If you feel the necessity to take something to support you on your way to well-being, remembering who you are, then do it, okay? Stop making yourself wrong or bad or stupid or any of that stuff. I know that some folks, younger folks, kind of make you wrong, bad about taking something. Maybe this would be a good alternative.
Right.
So if you're afraid of pharmaceuticals, you know, some people are, some people aren't.
Right.
And the help that you get along the way, it's always a good thing. Now, I'm going to always tell you, tap, 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 tap. Why? Because some of you know my story. I used to take an antidepressant, and I finally got to the point where I said, you know what, I'm going to stop taking it. I don't think my husband was very happy about that for a while. And I thought, I'm going to find what's under there.
Right.
Okay? Because
The root.
right, whatever it is we've got going on, whether it's depression, whether it's anxiety, whether it's body pain, whatever it is we've got going on, there's always an emotional driver. For example,
Yes.
if you tell me you're depressed, I know that really underneath you're probably really, really angry. Okay? And
Makes
behind
sense.
that anger is the unfairness of it all. And behind that is the sadness.
Right.
So when we follow these emotions, now I'm trying to tell you guys and get you to understand that what we do with the tapping is you don't even need words. Somebody does something, you feel that hit, start tapping. Okay? All right? So let's just real fast, I want to tell you a couple things. In November and December, instead of doing 2 shows, we are going to do 1 each month because my second show would fall on the 4th Thursday, which would be too close to the holiday.
Right.
I might go live. I don't know. But I want you to be aware of that in November and December. And what our topic will be is holiday stress. Okay, I don't care who you are or how much you love the holiday. There's even happy stress. Okay, so we also have something coming up that we'll talk about here for a second. Is this afternoon?
Yes.
Nancy and I will be at Old
Oakland Golf Club.
75th
out in
and
Guys,
Shadeland.
75th and Oaklandon.
Oaklandon.
75th and Oaklandon.
Okay, and what we're going to be doing there, they're having like a little holiday show where people can come and look at. See, more and more
lot of different
people
vendors.
are looking to buy from local vendors,
Right,
and do
right.
their business that way. So she'll be there with her stuff. I'll be there talking about the tapping. You know, I love sharing this. I'm so passionate about this, and I just love talking about it anytime anybody wants to hear. And probably there's people who didn't want to hear that just couldn't get away from me. I don't care. All right. So I would say you need to tap so that you have the power to walk away from somebody like me. All right. So what is tapping? Real fast. The way that we describe tapping is acupuncture without the needles. We address the negative emotions, the negative emotional stories, the worries, fears, beliefs, ideas, concerns in back of what we're doing that gets us what we're getting. Okay? Now, it can be used for everything. I'm going to remind you 2 things Gary Craig, who developed it, said. Use it on everything and be persistent, okay? If you really think that I'm going to tap for an hour with you and undo 4 vertebrae that you slammed into whatever, okay? And that I'm going to change that in an hour, well, I'll tell you what. When you get to the planet where you can do that, let me know. Just kidding. I have gotten people who've been a 10 in pain down to a 3. I can do that in about an hour. But the
Or
persistent, yeah, or less. And some people really reel after I do that, not realizing that we've uncovered layers and now you're really on your way, and instead they get freaked out. Understood. Which brings me to another point. When we're doing the tapping and you get done in 10 minutes, you know, you're like, okay, I'll tap for 10 minutes, and you actually feel worse, that's actually a really good sign, okay? I know that might sound crazy, but what that means is you are starting to get some depth. You're uncovering the garbage, okay, that's been sitting on top of your garbage, okay, so that now you can get some depth and some layers to clearing, okay? So I want to remind you that it's not always I tap and my knee pain's gone. It might be I tap and now I'm in the line at the grocery store. I'm behind the person who just had knee replacement. They're telling me how great it was, how perfect it went, how easy, you know, I got the best doctor in the world. You will be right place, right time, doing the right thing, okay? So that's one way that the tapping can manifest. Another thing I want to tell you is drink a lot of water, okay?
Right.
Actually, it's funny, I just said that because we were just talking about this beforehand. Drink a lot of water. It's like we're what? I keep hearing different numbers. Let's just say we're 83% water, okay? You're going to need more water. You might need some more water. Sometimes that cranky pants, you just need more water, okay? Because we're electric. I mean, you know, and water is a great conduit for electricity. Okay, see how I do? We just go all kinds of places. All right, so remember, what happens in the brain shows up in the body, okay? What do I mean by that? When I think a thought that's scary, you know, because most of those thoughts y'all are thinking you're scaring the crap out of yourselves, okay? And you know you are. You just don't know how to stop it. So when you're thinking those thoughts where you're scaring the crap out of yourself, you want to just start tapping, okay? So what I want you to do is remember, cut yourself some slack. Even being aware in that moment that I don't know necessarily what I'm feeling, but I know I'm feeling off or snarky or angry or scared or whatever, that's big progress because you've been trained right out of your emotions.
Right. Right.
Right? So it's a really,
Absolutely.
see, I love being around people who tell me I'm right all the time. Okay. I knew that'd get a laugh out of Jim. All right. All right. So I want to tell you about, before we get started on the money and the blocks to money, I want to read a little something to you. It's called the apex problem, or the apex effect. And why am I telling you this? Because I see this all the time with people I work with, okay? Let's say that you start tapping, and by the time we get to the 5th, 6th, 7th spot, you say, oh, I'm okay. And I've seen this many times, or maybe I've worked with you 1, 2, or 3 times, and all of a sudden you decide that you've just changed your mind. It really wasn't the tapping. I just changed my mind. Well, it really was the tapping. The reason that we rate things, beliefs, ideas, thoughts, pain, all of those things on a 1 to 10 is so that then in 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 30 minutes, we can re-rate and actually see the progress. Otherwise, I'm telling you, if you don't start rating, it can happen so fast and so seamlessly that you think, I just changed my mind. So it says, because shifts in thoughts and feelings brought about by powerful techniques such as tapping can be so sudden and dramatic, people sometimes discount the changes that have occurred. And this is what Roger Callahan termed the apex problem, which describes people's tendency to explain an unusual event in terms that make sense to them, even if the terms aren't accurate. Okay, so just be aware of that, because they wrote on here, well, I guess it wasn't that bad a fear after all. You see, we have that kind of a shift, and we have the mental cognition change. And why do we have the mental cognition change? I tell you guys, that's because when we're doing the tapping, we are actually stopping that chemical dump. Just think of it as a chemical dump into the body. I just love that I've gotten it this way in the last month. I get things in amazing ways. I've been teaching you brain science and stuff for years, but now I'm telling you, I'm on it. And when you have a fear thought, an anger thought, a frustration thought, a sad thought, you have chemicals released in the brain that go into the body. They go to the organs, okay? So if you have a liver problem, okay, I know you're probably pretty angry, okay? That you might have some bitterness, some old gunky angry thoughts stuck in this thing called me, okay? Now, I also tell you, you can know this stuff all day long up here, okay? This is where we feel. All right, those chemicals go into the body, we feel here, okay? So to conceptualize, to know logically, oh yeah, I know that, because I have people all the time show up and go, oh, I worked all that out. And I go, okay, well, let's just see.
Right.
Okay, and then they're in a puddle of tears in 2 minutes because, Colette's a terrible, nasty person. Not really. Really, the fact of the matter is I care so much because I've done this for myself. And I'm telling you what, my life, I don't know that I've ever been as happy as I've been in the last few months.
And you radiate that.
Thank you.
You do. You radiate happiness.
That is such a nice thing to say to me. Thank you very much, because...
What about Scott?
Yeah, then there's Scott. He's so lucky to be with me because I'm happy. You see, the peanut gallery, they're always here. All right. So cut yourself some slack. Be aware of the apex effect. Be aware that if you feel worser after you've tapped, yes, a makeup word.
Worser.
Yes, it's a word. That you just want to keep tapping, okay? And you can use tapping for everything. There's nothing that off limits. I was talking with, actually she does a show on here, a lady yesterday, her name is Jennifer Johnson, and I was telling her that very thing, that, you just keep going and keep doing it. So anyway, one of the things that I also want to tell you is I have been on a new drug lately. You ready? Because everybody can have it. It's free of charge. Ready? It's my new drug of choice is I Am Enough. Okay? Now I want you to know that in the last week I have been so blitzkrieg happy, because when you start walking around and you start saying, repeating, writing,
Yes.
singing, I am enough.
Singing. I love the song.
Did you hear my song?
I did hear your song. I loved it.
So you watched the live.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was debating about whether or not I would sing this song to you, because I actually did pretty well. I was very
You did. I was
proud of
impressed.
myself. Yeah. And what it was is to the tune of You Are My Sunshine, I sing, I am enough now. I am enough now. I am enough now. I was born this way. I am enough now. I am enough now. And nobody can take that away. So I even, in the morning, tap it in. I am enough now. Okay, I'm not going to sing it because I'm not feeling like it this morning. I'm just not feeling it, okay? So, but that I am enough, and I'm telling you what, the people that I coach, and yes, I'm a coach. Some of you have heard me say I don't always use that word because I think it's kind of overused. And I see myself as different than a lot of people that consider themselves coaches. The notes I'm sending to people, and the notes they're sending back to me, because there are maybe 8 or 10 people a day I'm supporting on Messenger on a daily basis, where I send a note. How you doing today? How many times have you tapped in? I am enough. And I'm just getting amazing results from people just from a week of doing that.
Oh, yeah.
Going, wow. I mean, there's one lady started working with Sunday, and by today, and you know who you are, the changes in her in 5 days have been nothing short of astoundingly amazing.
I can imagine.
And that's why when you're saying enough, you're dumping, when you're saying I am enough, you're dumping different chemicals than, oh my God, I'm never going to be enough. Okay? You were born enough. You were born worthy and deserving. They just trained you out of knowing it. Okay? All right? You just got to know that. So, in talking about money and how to clear some of the blocks, one of the things I was thinking about is your thoughts, ideas, and beliefs, okay, are really how you can tap out the garbage to allow yourself the abundance. Like, for example, weren't a lot of us told to earn money, right?
Definitely.
Okay. Now, did you ever heard about earning love?
No.
Oh, you earn somebody's love?
No.
Okay, then I must be different. Again, yay, makes me great. All right, I connected to the idea of earning love. And I thought, well, no wonder money's hard to earn if you can't earn love.
Right.
Okay, because that's really out of control, right?
Right.
I'm going to connect the dots and think, I can't earn money if I can't earn love. And remember, these are little child's machinations that go on in our brain. So that's one way. So if you connect with that idea at all, you can go, even though I thought I had to earn money like I earn love, and since I suck at earning love, I probably suck at earning money. Okay, you see how that works? All right, another one. If you're in anybody else's money, you are off course, okay? So if you're talking about what the government's doing with the money, if you're talking about what a millionaire's doing with their money, if you're talking about what your neighbor's doing with their money, okay? Oh, they're wasters, right?
Right.
You are holding your money away from you.
Wow.
What? Okay. Law of attraction.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
so
amazing.
so law of attraction does not respond to necessarily what you're saying. It responds to what you're vibrating at. I tell you guys, you're the tuning fork. Your stuff goes out, and you bring yourselves the match. Okay. So if I think that people wasting money. Okay, maybe I heard that from my parents. Maybe I heard that from, people I worked with. We get stuff all kinds of crazy places. You don't have to necessarily know where you got it. Just if you know that, wow, this is kind of a belief I have. Be aware of what you expect. If you expect people to not follow through, not pay attention, not really care about you, not like you unless you have enough money, all kinds of crazy things, those are your tapping targets.
Wow.
Okay?
Makes total sense.
So is anything, let's look at another one. And I think I talked about this last time. Let's say that your parents were getting divorced or not getting divorced, but let's say you heard them fight about money.
Right.
As a little child, you're going to think money's a bad thing.
Sure.
It makes mom and daddy unhappy.
Right.
Okay?
Breaks up the
Now,
family.
as an adult, well, you don't have any issues there, do you?
No, not me.
So it may have been the way you saw it. They were arguing about money, decided that, it's not a good thing. And, here you are 30, 40, 50 years later, and you're still pushing money away from you. Because sometimes when we say abundance and prosperity, that's kind of, so we like to say the word money. Say the word money. Some of the things you can even do is just tap while you're looking at your checkbook balance. Something you want to buy in a store and you feel yourself say, I can't afford that. Oh, start tapping. Don't worry, you're on security and they're going to think you're a nut job. All right. Actually, those are some of my favorite things. I'm just a little different. All right. I had a really great thought yesterday. Okay, so with this I am enough, and you know that I tell you we're not just tapping out the garbage, we actually want to tap in the good stuff, right?
Right.
So I want you tapping out the negative stuff, then I want you tapping some letting it go, release, whatever word you like, okay? And then I want you tapping in some good stuff, right? Because if I clear all this negativity, okay, and I don't start putting better feeling stuff in, okay, the universe hates a vacuum. Something's going to go in there, okay?
Right.
And then I'm going to see idiot in traffic, and before you know it, I'm back to grumbling and screaming and unhappy and all those things that are going to keep getting me more of that. But yesterday, here's what I had pop in my head. It was so fun. I love how this stuff pops in my head. Now, I ask for it, okay? Just so you know. Retraining your brain is like having a puppy.
Having a puppy.
Yeah, think
Okay.
about it. When your brain is used to thinking on default, and
Right.
you're not mindfully and deliberately choosing better feeling thoughts, okay?
Okay.
A lot of us aren't doing the practice. It's going to take training
Sure.
to retrain my brain, because neurons that fire together, that wire together, and I thought that was Joe Dispenza, but it was actually another scientist, Heeb or Hebb or something like that. Anyway, when we have a puppy, okay, we know that we need patience,
Sure.
right? We know that we're going to give I mean, look, we're so in love with the puppy and everything it does is cute, okay,
Right.
that even when it makes a mess or forgets,
Right.
right, okay, we don't go, oh, darn puppy, I'm never doing that again. I mean, you know, this is how we do ourselves. It's crazy. So it was funny because the note I sent out yesterday to my people was that, you know, that retrain my brain is like having a puppy, and it's like, stay. So they're all
Over
sending me
and
back
over.
notes about, well, I'm getting my brain to, you know, get that thought, stay.
Right.
All right. So I am enough, stay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the other thing I want to remind you of is that when you were little, you crawled. Well, you rolled over first, then you crawled, right? Then we walk, okay. The analogy I use a lot is about riding a bike. When
Okay.
you were little and you wanted to ride a bike, it was because that bike for you meant freedom.
Sure.
You may not have even known that, but that's why you pay me the big money. That freedom you were gonna be able to go to friends' homes. You're gonna be able to do all kinds of stuff, which I'm telling you, I'm sure that no parent would let their child do the stuff we did.
That we did, yeah.
You know, we'd ride the bike 4 miles to the mall. Now,
Exactly. Right.
and lived through it.
Right.
On the interstate.
On the interstate, yeah.
Barefoot.
With the
in
dog
the
pull,
snow.
yeah, right. No helmet. Oh my God, hilarious. Okay, now the reason you did that was because they're freedom. Now let me tell you something. When you start mindfully, deliberately choosing your thoughts, and keep it simple, people. Start with I am enough. You don't need any other thought. You say it ad nauseum, ad infinitum, all day long. Somebody does something you don't like, say, go, whoa, look away. I'm enough. I'm enough. I am enough. I am enough. Listen, a lot of people that you don't care for might really leave you alone when you start doing that. It's a good thing.
Yeah,
I was
that'd
in
be
line.
handy.
I was in line a couple years ago at this donut place down from us. I was getting my husband a donut. Yes, I was getting it for him. Okay, and this lady in front of me started ripping into me because it was hot outside, and instead of just leaving the door open or whatever, I closed the door so that the AC could stay inside.
Right.
Okay, because the line's not going anywhere. Let's wait till we can get 8 more people inside or whatever, right? She is like hollering at me in the line, and I went home and I laughed so hard because I said, you know, the next time somebody does that, I'm just going to turn around and go. And they'll just be sure I'm a nut job and either
Right,
move
and then
away
leave
or
you
leave me
alone.
alone.
Right.
Or if they know about
does she
tapping,
do?
they might start doing it. That would be really good. All right, so see, I just made myself snort. Okay. Okay, so if I have a fear of not enough money, Law of Attraction says my vibration of fear is greater than my enough money. Did you get what I just said? Okay. So what this really is about is tapping out those thoughts, ideas, and beliefs. And again, we can do it generally. You might get movement, but the more specific you can be, the more you're going to move your own story, because your story is going to be different than mine.
Right.
Okay. I had one client I was working with who said that, you know, they always had enough money, but he would hear his mom and dad talk about money at the dinner table. So basically, this person is about my age now and is always trying to do less, still trying to satisfy the money that wasn't there when they had the dinner time conversations. But, you know, when you have that awareness, oh my gosh, I didn't even know that's where it came from, or I was doing that, or whatever, then normally that's when I get letters and notes that, you know, something in alignment with my own abundance showed up. So, all good stuff to know. I know I get a lot of words in, okay? And it's okay. Your highest self always hears what I'm saying. The reason that you want to come back and watch these things over and over and over is because these teachings, okay, listen to enough, you'll start to impress your own brain. Take something I said today and repeat it to yourself for 3 days. Okay, I can't miss what's meant for me. You know, one of the ones I love is I'm the only thinker in my thinker. When I really started changing my thinking, I used to say to everything, perfect, brilliant. Guess what? I started having more things that were perfect and brilliant showing up. So more and more people are becoming aware that language really matters because language has neural pathways in the brain. So like you could say basement to my husband and he's all happy. I don't know what it is with you, Ben, that you love basements. You can say it to me and I'm like, ugh, okay? Right. All I know is flooding and this and damp, that. Now,
cold.
Damp, dark, yuck.
Cave.
Love the basement.
Love the basement. It's a good thing because he's about to go there. No, we don't have one. Just kidding. So, any of those things that I say make sense with respect to any beliefs you have about money? Like I expect, because I know you're in an MLM.
Correct.
And I know that you're kind of swimming upstream.
Yes.
Right? Because a lot of people have a bad taste in their mouth about MLMs.
Yes.
The fact of the matter is, this is really the way things are going.
Oh, absolutely.
So, you know, like everything else, because we're human and we like to hang on to our old garbage, you know, people will come along. We're seeing more and more MLMs. We're saying up front, hey, I'm doing this, come to my house, instead of making it a big secret thing, okay?
Right.
That's not
Be
fun
very
to be
open.
doing.
Yes.
Yes, be very open. So do you have anything you want me to work on tapping out for a minute?
The money thing is
Okay, which part of it?
amazing.
Do you-
well,
that-
just
tell me.
being able to draw it to me, overcome the fear of
The fear of, that's what I
the
want.
fear of having an abundance.
That
the
there won't be
guilt-
enough?
The guilt of
Tell me about the guilt of your money.
just
That if I have too much, it's...
that it's being spoiled. It's
Ooh, that's a good word.
you know, from a religious background of being told that you're not supposed to have too much. You know?
Yeah, wouldn't that kind of make you better than God?
Yeah, well, that you're
How could
supposed
you
to
be
give it
better
all
than? How
away.
could that you be better than what you am?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
This is the stuff I find funny. Okay. By the way I understand it was a long time ago. The reason maybe I shouldn't get it. Well, no, I'll say it. The reason that that marriage was taken out of some religions was because if the husband would pass, that meant the assets of the church went to the wife. We couldn't have that
no.
happening. So, to make it easy, path of least resistance, we'll just take away marriage. So, and really, in some ways, maybe we ought to just take away marriage anyway. What was I had a lady one time, you know, it was Abraham. I like you pretty much. We'll see how this goes.
Right.
And I'm not going to make you responsible for how I feel. That would be good if we could all do that.
That would be really good.
Yeah. So,
that would be excellent.
So you think a bigger thing going on in you is that if I'm six. Let's see, that you'll be spoiled, that people will judge you.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, well, let's just
I
play
think
with that, and even
being
if it's not your
judged,
issue.
yes.
Okay,
Being
judged.
judged, maybe.
All right,
Being
all right.
judged.
So
That's
if I have
fine.
too much, I'll be judged. Okay, but if you have not enough, it's okay to be judged that way. Yeah, because then I'm like in line with everybody's stuff. All right, so
Sure.
let's just do a
Yeah.
couple minutes. Here we go. Go ahead and rate your 1 to 10. Even though I probably keep money away from me,
Even though I probably keep money away from me,
so that they're not judging me spoiled.
so that they're not judging me spoiled.
What? Yeah. I deeply and completely
I deeply and completely
love and accept myself.
love and accept myself.
And even though it's possible I'm keeping money away from me,
And even though it's possible, I'm keeping money away from me.
so that I fit in with
So-
the economic level, go
so
ahead,
that I fit in with the economic level
of the people I hang with.
of the people I hang with.
Because I wouldn't want them to think I'm spoiled.
Because I wouldn't want them to think I'm
Because
spoiled.
maybe mom and dad taught me that a long time ago.
Because maybe mom and dad taught me that a long time ago.
It could have been anybody, okay, just so you know. And I deeply and completely
And I deeply and completely
love and honor myself.
love and honor myself.
And even though
And even though
it is possible
it is possible
that I keep my money in abundance away from me,
that I keep my money in abundance away from me,
so that I have enough money I don't look spoiled.
so that I have enough money I don't look spoiled. spoiled.
I choose to love and honor myself
I choose to love and honor myself
and the wacky beliefs they taught me.
and the wacky beliefs they taught me.
I can forgive me.
I can forgive me.
I can forgive them.
I can forgive them.
I can do peace.
I can do peace.
Okay, right here. That fear I might be judged spoiled.
That fear I might be judged spoiled.
Side of the eye. That's a crappy fear.
That's a crappy fear.
Under the eye. My fear they'll judge me as spoiled.
My fear they'll judge me as spoiled.
Under the nose. The spoiled rich kid.
The spoiled rich kid.
Chin. Haven't we all heard that?
Yeah.
Yeah, right here. I don't want to be like
I
them.
don't want to be like them.
I'll just forget the money.
I'll just forget the money.
Under the arm. What?
What?
Nancy's always afraid I'm going to tap stuff in. Don't worry about it. I can hear her over there in my brain going, oh, here she goes again. Right here. Top of the head. That crappy fear I have.
That crappy fear I have.
Eyebrow. Making sure I'm not judged as spoiled.
Making sure I'm not judged as spoiled.
Side of the eye. Letting that idea go.
Letting that idea go.
Under the eye. Releasing and letting it go.
Releasing and letting it go.
Under the nose. It's safe for me to dump that old garbage.
It's safe for me to dump that old garbage.
Chin, I'm ready to line up with my abundance.
I'm ready to line up with my abundance.
Collarbone. My money.
My money.
Under the arm. I can handle more.
I can handle more.
Top of the head. Without judging myself.
Without judging myself.
Eyebrow. I am enough.
I am enough.
Side of the eye. I already am enough.
I already am enough.
Under the eye. What if people who am enough?
What if people who am enough
Under the nose. Connect to enough.
connect to enough?
Chin. More than enough.
More than enough.
More than enough happy relationship.
More than enough happy relationship.
Under the arm. More than enough healthy body.
More than enough healthy body.
Top of the head. More than enough money for just bills.
More than enough money for just bills.
Eyebrow. I'm enough.
I am enough.
Side of the eye. I am enough.
I am enough.
Under the eye. I've always been enough.
I've always been enough.
Under the nose. I can't not be enough.
I can't not be enough.
Chin. I was born enough.
I was born enough.
Worthy and deserving.
Worthy and deserving.
Under the arm. I'm enough.
I am enough.
Top of the head. I love my enoughness.
I love my enoughness.
Take a breath. She knows once I get going too, I get ramped up. Go, 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 go. Yeah, I talk right over other tappers. I mean, if I'm listening to her cry, I'm like, yeah. I love feeling good. All right.
yeah.
So I'm trying to have a little more patience with myself like I would a puppy. Okay. Because really, I mean, here's the thing. When the freedom that you wanted from the bike, when you really start practicing thought deliberately and mindfully that are actually better feeling thoughts, okay, I'm telling you, the end result is freedom. You see? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Because you will be free of what everybody else has going on because you'll be like, no, I got this. I'm enough. I was born enough. No matter what I do, you can't be enough. I mean, seriously. If I started throwing some of y'all's religion back at you, you'd be like, oh, okay? Because some of the things that you believe, you're not following it through. Look, weren't you already told that you're already awesome? That you couldn't do anything enough for the God of your knowing to not be okay with you?
That's
You see what I'm
exactly
saying?
right, yeah.
Right.
Right.
So even though I have a little different set of beliefs, I do believe those core things.
Sure.
Okay? Make sense?
Yes,
All right,
absolutely.
good. All right, so let's all go out and be. I was also going to tell you I did not win Mega Millions, so like don't be writing me for money.
For me.
Or free sessions. Okay. Oh my God, hilarious. Okay. I want a lot of you though to think about because a lot of us do talk about other people's money. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You know, hey, they could have taken care of this, and hey, they could have done that for me, and
Sure.
those kinds of things that come up as a part of our beliefs. Let me thank again my sponsors, Noblesville Trophies, Logan Street Signs and Banners. Thank you, Jim Wofford. It's been, I think we're coming up on 4 years, aren't we? Next month? Well, we're coming up on several. How's that? And I get to use the excuse, you know, once you get to the stage, I don't really count years and all that anymore because I just get more and more awesome. Time flies when you're
That's right.
having fun. I think Lisa's in London right now. All kinds of crazy good stuff going on. I'm going to be, let me tell you this, this Saturday, I'm going to be in Broderpool. Holistic Soul Center, about 64th and College. From 2 to 4, we're going to be tapping out money blocks. Tonight, we're going to be at Old Oakland Golf Club at 75th and Oaklandon, okay? Different vendors there bringing stuff forward so you can start to do your Christmas shopping, I guess.
4:30 to 8.
Thank you. Okay, and then what I want you to do is I want you to tell them, again, for a minute about you, just real fast. Go ahead.
With the CBD oil, as we said before, it is a great accompaniment, and it's a great thing to have when you're trying to clear yourself. You're trying to get rid of the negative emotions. You're trying to heal yourself. But the CBD oil has amazing healing properties, amazing health benefits.
Weren't we told we have everything here we need?
That's absolutely right.
Boom.
That's
there
right.
you go.
That's
All right.
That's the way to contact you on email or?
Yeah. Tell them your phone and email.
My email address is fodiva, the number 2, at AOL.com. Phone number 317-446-2572.
Excellent.
If you want to go straight to the Zalise site, if you just want to go there and check it out, order, it is zalise.com/Carico Cares. CARRICO CARES.
And we, send business to the folks that I have here. Logan Street Signs and Banners, Noblesville Trophy, Nancy, Lisa, do business with people. You know who you're dealing with in here. Now, I hadn't brought this up yet, but I just want to remind you, living your life, okay, without thinking about what you're thinking is like ask emoji. All right? What kind of day am I going to have today? Oh, God, it's going to be crappy like yesterday. No, you deliberately and mindfully put in those better feeling, thinking thoughts. This is brain science, people, okay? We're not talking about this like woo-woo energy stuff anymore. I also want to let you know my next group is 11/11, November 11th. That's 2018, depending on when you're seeing this. I have a group at my home. If you're in or around Fishers, Westfield, Carmel, Indianapolis, Noblesville, anywhere like that, shoot me a note on Messenger or by email. Go to my website, and I can let you know when and where we're doing all of that. I love tapping in group because it's a very affordable way to come and clear your garbage, learn more about the technique, go home feeling a little bit better, and life is good. Okay.
I love coming to the group.
Yay!
I do.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I love and adore teaching this. I have been studying the brain science, all the other wacky stuff and I bring it together so that we can actually feel empowered to change our lives. Okay, that's why I'm here, because that's what I did. I also want to tell you, I've talked about this book a couple times, and it's a great book up till about chapter 20. I could have written this book better, so you could tell Shad that if you want, okay? There's a lot of shoulds in here. You don't want to should all over yourself, okay? All right? When you want to change your language, okay? Should is shaming, could is choice, all right? Let's keep that stuff in mind. Remember that. There's no such thing as need. That would mean that the God of your knowing and understanding, creator, the all that is, whatever you call it, forgot to make something.
Oh.
How could that happen?
That doesn't happen.
Duh. Okay, all right. I love blowing up your brain. It's so fun. All right, so got to get out of here till we see you next time. Thank you, Nancy, for being with us. We'll see you back here in November. Yay! Big fat. Oh, boo. Okay, so till we see you next time, here's what we do. Go right here. Till we see you next time, keep tapping into you. Bye, peeps.